Good morning and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It is actually Sunday morning this morning, and the reason I'm here so early, apart from the fact I woke up before 5 o'clock this morning, is I wanted to just come and answer some questions about why I want to move in the next few years. Um, I've said for a while now that I want to move to the city in the next few years. What I want to do is sell the house I'm in. Yes, I know, with the wood burner and everything, so it's not going to be in the next couple of years, but certainly once I've retired, etc., I want to move. And the reason I want to do that is I live in a very small village. There is a small village pub, and just recently there has been a little local shop and deli. That's the only shop. The next town along is 3 miles away. That's where the doctor, the chemist, the local co-op, etc. are. And our big town is probably about 12 miles to get to the centre of. So if I stay here, I'm going to have to keep driving. Now, I remember as my parents got older and as dementia started, actually for my mum, even before the dementia started, as she physically became less able, she got scared of driving, so she sat in the house. And that's all she did for years. She sat in the house, Dad went out and did the shopping, I ordered online for them. She had to get someone to drive her to the doctor's appointments. People had to pick up her prescriptions unless we got them delivered, but sometimes she wouldn't answer the door, so they couldn't deliver them, etc., etc. So looking at that and living with that for the last few years, I don't want that. I want to be able to, while I'm still young enough to be up and about every day, I want to be able to go to the cinema, go to the theatre, go to the small local shops and get myself just food for the day sort of thing. I want to be able to go meet people, to have people to talk to have groups to join. There are no groups here. All the groups are in the town 3 miles away, or in the bigger town 12 miles away. I don't want to be a prisoner in my own home. So I have decided now that I will be moving. And deciding now means that I can prepare for that. As I said yesterday, I know about the bed. There's no point in me buying a big new bed until I decide I'm moving, because that bed will probably not fit. It means I can keep an eye out on what's happening in the property market. I'm in no rush, but I certainly do not want to be in this house where it's situated when I get older, because my parents ended up prisoners in their own home because they couldn't drive. And that meant that my time and Kathleen's time was taken up with going to them. When I had the interview for the job I am in just now, I had to say, they said, you have half an hour's lunch. I said, actually, I need to have more because I have to go up and check on my parents every day. I was up there every lunchtime. I was up there every weekend. Going down to see Patrick in London was a big, big thing, to the point that when Dad was in care and I went down to see Patrick, normally my train left at 13 minutes past 10. I got an earlier train from Edinburgh. Kathleen drove me through. 8 o'clock in the morning, my mum phoned me telling me how not well she was because she didn't want me to go down to London. That's how scared she was to be without someone. So I'd rather be somewhere where I'm not as dependent on Kathleen, because she's the only family member I've got. There's Patrick and Patrick's daughter as well, but obviously my first shout is going to be Kathleen. I can be independent for a lot longer in the centre of town than I can be here. And that is why my plan moving forward is to get myself into a smaller flat in the centre of town. So I hope that makes sense. I'll catch you later.